All right, clase, hoy vamos a aprender el verbo ir. Okay, so ir significa to go. El verbo ir is just spelled IR. So we have three different verbs of ir, right? Or Spanish verbs. We have the AR, the ER, and the IR. This one, it's an actual verb. It's not just the ending, okay? So it's going to be super irregular. It's more of just, you're just going to have to memorize how this verb is conjugated rather than the regular endings for the other verbs that we've learned, all right? So just ir significa to go. To say I go, what pronoun would we use to say I? ¿Cómo se dice I? We have yo, okay? So yo, like yo, okay? Then how will we conjugate ir for yo? It's going to be nothing like this, okay? So don't even try it. It's going to be yo boy, all right? It's spelled V-O-Y, but because in Spanish the V's are pronounced as B's, we're going to say boy, like a little boy, little girl, little boy, okay? It's going to be yo boy. All right, then for you go, the correct pronoun is tú. ¿Y necesitamos usar un acento? ¿Sí o no? Do we need to use an accent for tú? Yes, we do, because without the accent, it means your. It is possessive, right? So we need the accent for it to be a pronoun and not possessive. All right, so we have tú vas. Tú vas, all right? Then for he, she, and also you formal, we have él, ella, and usted. We use the same conjugations, okay? So I'm just going to write down él, but just remember that you have the three different ones there, all right? So the only difference between tú and él is that we're going to take off the S. So it's going to be él va. So ahora tenemos el verbo ir. We would say yo voy, tú vas, y también él va, like a sheep going ba, okay? And then over here we have nosotros. So when it's myself and someone else. So we could have Alfredo y yo. Because I'm included, it's going to make it nosotros because that's we, right? We is plural of I. So we have nosotros. But remember, if it's all girls, we're going to put nosotras at the ending, right? All right, and then to conjugate ir for nosotros, it's going to be vamos. Vamos. So we have yo voy, tú vas, él va, y también nosotros vamos. Pero en español uno, no aprendemos vosotros. So go ahead and put an X right there. And we're going to skip down here. So how would we say they? What's the plural of él? We would put ellos. And in this section, we also have ellos, ellas, and ustedes. Again, I'm only going to write ellos here, but just remember that we have all three of those as well. All right? So ellos van, V-A-N, pronounced like a van, but because it's Spanish, the V is pronounced as a B. So all over again to pronounce them, make sure you correct yourself and you pronounce a B. I don't want to hear any B. We want to hear B. Yo voy, tú vas. Él va, nosotros vamos, y también ellos van. So now, to do a little repaso from what we learned last week, is what do we do when we have two different verbs? When we have two different verbs, do we conjugate both verbs in the same sentence? We're talking about the same sentence right now. So we have two different verbs, like she's going to sing. Do we conjugate? We have she's going. Yeah, that's one verb. And then to sing. In Espanol, do we conjugate the second verb? We do not. All right? So we have our verb 1, verb 2 rules. So whatever verb comes first, you conjugate. Your second verb, you got to leave it in infinitive form. So that's when we have our AR, our ER, or our IR. Alrighty? So, to use the verb ir, it means to go, right? So, you're going to learn another way in Spanish 3 how you could say things in the future tense, but I'm going to get you started ahead of time, and we're going to be starting to speak future tense now using the verb ir. So, ¿cómo se dice we go, using the verb ir, ¿cómo se dice we go? So we have we is nosotros. And then how will we conjugate ir for nosotros? If you go back to your notes, we have nosotros vamos. So we're going to write down nosotros vamos. All right, so we go. And then to say to play, we're going to play. ¿Cómo se dice to play? Jugar. Okay, so we have nosotros vamos jugar. But we're missing one thing. We have the correct translation from, literal translation from English to Spanish, but the reason I tell you guys never to use translators is because the translators are never going to work. They're not going to help you out. It's going to create more work for you in the end because we have little things like this. So instead of nosotros vamos jugar, we need to put this right here to separate these two, okay? When we use the verb ir and we're talking about doing something in the future, doing another verb, keep these two verbs separate. They do not like each other. Put a in between and everything will be fine, all right? So we have nosotros vamos a jugar, que significa we're going to play. So if I wanted to say something like I'm going to win, how do we conjugate ir for I'm going? We have yo, and it's not a little girl, but it's a what? It's a little boy. So yo boy, and then to say to win, we put ganar. But boy and ganar, they do not like each other whatsoever. We need to separate them, okay? Yo voy a ganar. I'm going to win, alrighty? So I'm going to try one more. You're going to cry. I hope you don't, but you're going to cry. So for you are going to put tú to conjugate ir. For you, it's going to be vas. Tú vas. And now we want to say to cry. To cry is double L, so that makes a what sound? Yeah. It's going to llorar. Do vas and llorar like each other? Or do they have complete and total beef? They do not like each other, right? So we're going to say, tú vas a llorar. All right, so ahora, escriben 5 frases. Escriban 5 frases usando el verbo ir en el futuro. Okay, escriban 5 frases usando el verbo ir en el futuro. Alrighty, go.